Okay, today I'm going to record this for my own memorable session in the future, because what happened here is that I've received this back from, let's see here, right? This is from New Zealand, and took me around 11 days just to receive this. And when I sent this camera over to be fixed, it cost DHL charged me around 250 RM just to send it over. So what's so special about this camera and why did I send it over? Let me just open some of the information here. Get the scissors. All right. So this particular guy who does my repair, his name is Sherlock, right? Chris Sherlock, and he's based in New Zealand. So he's actually the best. I would say the best of the best when it comes to repairing this particular type of camera. And this camera is unique and special to me because I remember when I first walked in a lab in Publica, a film lab called Bang Bang Gang. It's a horrible name actually. I thought it was some kind of a pawn shop, and I didn't know anything about film, right? I didn't know about analog photography, and I was talking to the owner, and I was asking him, so how many megapixels does your scan produce? He wasn't very happy with that, and in fact he posted something about that on his Facebook. But all is good. After you get to know the guy a bit better, then everything is okay, and he's someone who's very passionate about film. So, but the story has to do with this camera is that this is actually my very first film camera, right? And this was at the time whereby I decided that if I'm going to do a film camera, let's do Kodak, because Kodak is the name that everyone associates with the glorious film era or the analog film. But yeah, so I went to eBay, I bought this camera, it was pristine, it was nice, but after a few shoots, the rangefinder ran. So when the rangefinder ran, misalignment, I could not take photos in focus. And despite that I sent this to a local Malaysia technician to service, the rangefinder still is out of alignment. So I decided, well, this one has more value in memory than in the actual camera itself. So let's look for the best guy, and the best guy happened to be Chris Sherlock in New Zealand. So I received it today after waiting for 11 days, and I'm going to unbox it and open and hope that it's okay. Let me just open this up. And because this is my first film camera, it was the experience is a bit nostalgic, I would say, because subsequently I had other film cameras, and this has always been special in my heart. Whoa! So it was packed with all these the usual forms, and you can see Chris did a very good packing here. I'm gonna throw this on the floor. Alright, and it came in this wrapping here. So this gives me a kind of assurance that if there's a rough handling that happened to my package, it will still be perfectly fine. Okay. Now, the thing about all this unboxing is that you feel very excited about it because there's a certain element of surprise, like how will it look like after the service. Will it work well? Or maybe something bad happened during the handling? As in the delivery, package handling in Malaysia is not exactly a gentle process. Okay, inside there's just yet another layer. Okay, so this one is a bit harder to open. In fact, it almost felt as if the packaging was similar to how I sent it in, because when you send it to DHL Express International, you don't have to pack it whatsoever. You just bring the camera over, you pay the price, they provide this box, and they do all this wrapping for you anyway. and it's good to know that Chris did the same level of packaging, the care that's put into this package before sending it over. Right, I'm sure you guys are curious what camera is this, and I'm wrapping it. So it's the final movement. Wow, I can kind of see it already. Right, and here it is. Right, it came with this snap lock plastic, whatever that means. Just gonna open it up, and there it is. Yeah, it's actually I would say it's a nice camera that you just press the button down here to unlock. Let me look at the condition. Wow, it looks really good. Not sure if I can show you the condition here, but it looks really good. Looking through the viewfinder, yes, it's bright and clear. And let me just set this to the widest aperture. Wow, even the switch for the widest aperture right now is, usually it was very loose. This screw you see here, or this marker that you see here, that you just point to f2 or you point to f5.6 or whatever it is. Right now, I always point to the widest aperture because, as some people say, I'm a bokeh wall. I only shoot things that is wide open. And yeah, it's much tighter now. And I'm going to wind the shutter this way. Wow, even the shutter is very tight right now. Okay, let's see what speed. Oh, I'm at the 500. Let's say I move to 250. Okay, and I'm going to, don't even remember how to focus this thing. All right. Okay. Yeah, focusing is clear and kind of simulate the winding before you can let go of the shutter. And I don't really have a film. I don't really have a film in the camera right now, so I'll just have to release it myself. Yeah. So there you have it. Let me just hear the sound again. Looks good. And this lens is a Kodak Ektar f2. Not sure if you guys can see it. Let's see if this thing supports touchscreen. Okay, let's Apple figure that out. I hope you can see it. So it's a f2 lens from Kodak Ektar. Basically, Ektar is the highest quality lens you can find in Kodak when they came up with the camera. And this camera has a history itself. It's you can see here it's a Retina. Okay, Retina 2 in here. And it's sold in what we call a military exchange. That's what I'm told when it comes to the history of this camera. So yeah, it's sold by the US military exchange. It's a very special camera to me, and I'm glad that it's back in operation. You see these markings underneath? It's all metal. The whole thing is solid and nice. And actually, I'm surprised I forgot how to use it, but I'm glad it's all back in